How's it going, guys? Today we are going to cover how to get reinforcements to come off the edge of the map and into the map. This tutorial is going to be a little bit more complicated and it's going to be quite a few things to cover, so follow step by step. Let's say I want the left player here, and obviously this could be duplicated for the right player as well. Let's say I want the left player here to be getting reinforcements off the edge of the map. So there's a few things I'm going to have to do. First of all, I'm going to go into Teams. Keep that window open. The next thing I'm going to need is the script window open. And the last one is Task Force. Well, the first one actually. So you need Task Force, scripts, and then Teams. I'm going to add a new task force. Let's say we want 2 Rhino tanks, right? So we're going to call this task force 2 Rhino tanks. And I'm going to add units to this task force. Now, I need to find the Rhino tank, so I could just type, I think, Rhino, and then click on this arrow. No, it doesn't like that. So I'm just going to go down this list and look for the Rhino tank. Let's see here real quick. Rhino tank, Rhino tank, Rhino tank, Rhino tank. Obviously, this could be any of these units. You could see all the units listed here. For some reason, I am not finding the Rhino tank specifically. So there we go. Rhino heavy tank. And the number of units, I'm going to give it 2. Right? So I get 2 Rhino tanks. I tell it, this is just the name for me to know what I'm using, what I'm getting. Right? And then I add the actual task force. I tell it how many I want 2 and which unit I want the Rhino tank. Next is scripts. So before we go to the scripts, I'm going to need 2 waypoints. Right? I'm going to need the waypoint where they appear, which is off the edge of the map. We're going to give this number 10. Remember, never use waypoints 1 through 8, because that's player starting location. And then we're going to need another waypoint where they move to, so that's going to be 11. And the script is going to be very, very simple, right? So, Rhino, move. And I'm going to add, as you can see, I could give it a lot of commands, but what I wanted to do is just move to waypoint, and I wanted to go to waypoint number 11. Right, so I just gave it 1 script movement because it's going to appear on 10, and I just wanted to move it into the map, so that's 11. The team types, now this is a way to connect task forces with scripts. So I'm just going to create a new team type. I'm going to call it 2 Rhino tanks. And the house is going to be player B, just because we said it's the left side, and the waypoint here is number 1, so that's player B. So this is going to choose who this belongs to, which is also very important. Task force, since I only have 1, it's the 2 Rhino tanks. The script, also I only have 1, so it's the Rhino move. Alright, and one more thing I'm going to want to tag here. No, at the moment this is all I need here. We'll go in other tutorials into detail about more options and all of these things, but at the moment I just want Rhino tanks to appear off the screen and move onto the screen. The last thing I'm going to need is a trigger to actually get these guys to come. So, new trigger, and we'll call it Rhino tanks. And here I'm just going to do something interesting for fun. We'll have it repeating so that I'm constantly getting Rhino tanks. In the events, we can't have it 8, any event, right? We need some sort of time to pass because I'm going to be constantly getting. So I'll just say 100 frames. That's a little less than 30 seconds. And actions, new actions. We're going to go down to number 80 here, which is reinforcement team at waypoint. Right, and where, so it's gonna ask me which team type, and we have the 2 Rhino tanks. It's the only team we made, and at which waypoint, and I want it to appear at waypoint number 10. So we're just going to save this map. We're going to call it Rhino Reinforcements dot map. Of course, just going to copy the name here for the map name. Save this, paste it in the name, and we'll load it into the client. Alright, so as you can see, I'm here in the client, and we know that the left side here is going to be getting the reinforcement, so I'm just going to put myself on that spot, launch the game, and let's see what happens. Let's see if it works. So in theory, at about 25 seconds, I should be getting rhinos from the left side of the map here, and that should repeat itself. So we'll give it a second or two, and we'll see if it works. So they should be coming right here on the left hand side off the edge of the map, and there they are. 2 rhino tanks coming in. Now this will repeat itself. I'm just gonna increase the game speed real quick, and you'll see them coming constantly. So there we go, 2 more rhino tanks, 2 more rhino tanks, 2 more rhino tanks, and that's how you make reinforcements come off the edge of the map. I hope you guys had fun, and I'll catch you guys next time.